When I inherited my grandfather's ranch, the old red barn was the centerpiece. Built in 1912, it wasn't just a barn, it was a landmark. My neighbors used it as a backdrop for family photos, tourists asked to stop and sketch it, and it was even listed on the county's historical registry. But Karen, the self-appointed queen of the HOA, didn't see charm. She saw an eyesore. From the first month I moved back, she pestered me. That barn doesn't meet community standards. The paint is faded. It needs to be demolished. I told her plainly, this barn isn't under your HOA. It's on my ranch land, protected under county historical preservation law. She didn't care. One weekend, I went to visit family out of state. When I came back, my stomach dropped. The barn of my grandfather's barn was gone. Flattened. All that stood were splinters and piles of weathered boards. And parked in the dirt were bulldozers, hired by the HOA. Karen stood smugly nearby with her clipboard. "You're welcome," she said. "Now your property matches the rest of the community. This will increase values for everyone." I couldn't even find words. Just a cold, hollow feeling as I stared at the dust cloud where generations of memories used to stand. But that hollow feeling quickly turned into resolve. First thing, I called the county historical office. The HOA had just illegally demolished a registered structure. That carried fines, lawsuits, and even potential criminal liability. But I didn't stop there. See, Karen thought tearing down my barn would raise property values in her pristine HOA bubble. What she didn't understand was that I controlled the land around the community. And I had options. Step 1, I leased a large portion of my acreage to a waste processing company. Perfectly legal, properly zoned. Within weeks, trucks rolled in with equipment, and the smell of compost and fertilizer began to drift toward the HOA. Step 2, I partnered with a cell tower company. They'd been looking for a place to expand coverage, and my land was perfect. 2 massive towers went up right on the edge of Karen's subdivision, with blinking red lights visible from every backyard. Step 3, I made my land available to local farmers for livestock grazing. Soon, 500 head of cattle were mooing within earshot of Karen's perfectly manicured lawn. It didn't take long for the real estate fallout to begin. Houses that once sold for $500,000 were suddenly dropping in value. New buyers saw the towers, smelled the compost, and heard the cattle and walked away. Those who stayed started pressuring Karen and the HOA board for answers. The kicker? County inspectors fined the HOA for illegally demolishing a historical structure. The fine alone was steep, but the lawsuit I filed against them for damages made it worse. When the dust settled, the appraiser's office estimated the neighborhood's collective property values had dropped by $10 million. At the next HOA meeting, I walked in uninvited. Karen was sweating through her blouse, trying to explain away the financial disaster. One homeowner shouted, "My house dropped $200,000 in value because of your stunt." Another yelled, "You destroyed his barn, and now we're all paying for it." Karen tried to point at me. "He's the one," I cut her off. "No, Karen. You wanted control. You thought tearing down my barn would make your homes look prettier. Instead, you broke the law, and you tanked everyone's investment." The room turned on her. People started demanding she resign. Some threatened lawsuits of their own. As for me, I rebuilt the barn. Not on the same site, on a new part of the ranch, further away, bigger and stronger. This time with county funding, thanks to the lawsuit settlement. And I hung a plaque right on the front, "The barn that outlived the HOA." Now, every time I sit on my porch and see the red glow of those blinking cell towers, I smile. Karen wanted to boost property values by destroying my history. Instead, she destroyed hers. And my barn? It'll stand long after her HOA crumbles to dust.